Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, as promised, I'm going to be showing a tour of my Animal Crossing island. I'm not usually like a major gamer, so I don't know how to screen record the Nintendo Switch, so I just have my camera set up in front of my TV because I just wanted to show like the cute parts of my island and an island that is 5 stars but is still realistic. I don't do a lot of terraforming or anything, but I just have a lot of cute areas that I would like to show and give people ideas for. This is my house on the beach. When we first started the game, it was winter, so there was snow on the ground, and the beach is the only place where there's no snow. So that's why we chose to have our house on the beach. And I do share this game with my niece, so that's why I say we all the time. Most of the decisions are both me and her. But then we just have flowers in front of our house and have some Halloween decorations over here as I'm filming this in October. This is Agnes's house. So on our village we have 6 villagers that we like to keep as permanent villagers. We don't let them leave if they ask to leave. 5 of them are the original 5 from the game. Agnes and Bill were the first 2 villagers. Then we got Elmer, Lucy, and Apple. Then another villager is Tutu. Those 6 we don't really let leave. And then we have 4 villagers that are rotating. So most of the villagers I have given a backyard. So Agnes has like a nice little garden, but it's still kind of themed to her. She has a black house, so I gave black flowers. But she mentioned to me once that she likes flowers, that's why I gave her the garden. We have some open space back here. Oh, Cube's playing the piano. I actually just put that piano in today because I noticed the villagers were playing the ukulele that I have on the beach. So I put that in. I didn't even get a bench for it yet, but he's just standing there playing it. That's so cute. We have a bistro table right outside of our museum because there's a cafe in the museum, obviously. So I thought people could bring their coffee out here. Some leaves. We have a lot of grass, like more grass than pathway, which I've seen a lot of other island tours. It's like mainly pathway, and that's where I feel like mine differs a lot. So this is like the front of my house again. Then the airport is right next to it. Then following along the path this way, this is Pearl's house, who's right here. She's a cat, so I gave her like a cat themed yard plus a rocking chair. This fence, even though like obviously it's good for her now because I'm filming this in October, it's Halloween, I actually gave this to her before October because I just couldn't figure out a fence that I liked that matched her house. This was the only one that matched though. She's actually going to keep that forever until she leaves. Sheet organ. I just put in this brickwork the other day around my resident services because I saw it in a dream island. And I really liked it, so I added that onto mine just the other day. This is our newest villager, a mouse. That's Tutu. We don't let her leave. Then going back down the path, all of our paths are lined with flowers. This is Ellie's house, and Ellie's right there. How convenient. Ellie doesn't have a yard. The yard can't fit, so she just has this cute chair and flowers on the other side that she's blocking. Then just to go back over here, all of my beaches have themes. So this beach is the relaxing beach. It has a lot of chairs, sand artwork, castle, coconut trees, more sitting areas. Then behind the beach is Bill's house. Bill's our only jock that we've ever had on the island. He likes to go on the beach a lot. He's like always on that front beach. But his backyard is, of course, exercise equipment. I love the exercise equipment because you can play with it. And then we have this swing over here, but then nothing else really in this area. And then if you go down the path, well, we could go this way first. A little bridge goes into an ice cream shop. This is one of our tinier little areas on the island. It was all because I got this in a balloon, I think. And I already happened to have these like fencing, I think they're partitions, in the matching color. And I was like, okay, we need the ice cream shop. I originally had stalls of ice cream out on another part of my island, and then I had to switch it all around. But I think it's super cute. This is the only, I feel like it's the only area where you can't actually get behind the counters. In all other like special areas on my island, I tried to make it sure you can get behind the counters to be like slightly realistic, like someone could be working there. And then if you go down the path this way, it leads to a, first of all, I don't have any ponds on my island that are actually big enough pond for a fish, which was an accident, but we've caught all the pond fish already, so I feel like it's no big deal. So this is like a heart-shaped pond, kind of. Did my best. I love it. So this is our Italian restaurant. These plants outside, I really like them. The other day, Lucy told me they're indoor plants. She was like, it's weird to see them outdoors. And I was like, okay, that's weird because they look like outdoor plants. They're huge. Okay, anyway, this is our Italian restaurant. We used to have a kangaroo on the island, and the kangaroo had a baby. So we did have this high chair for it. We don't have it anymore, but of course there could always be kangaroos at the campsite. So this table has food on it already, like someone's dining there. Then this table is just set. We have some stoves back here, plate of spaghetti. Very simple design. And then if you hop over this way, this is our eating beach. So this is not part of the theme, but I have this cute shower thing. We have a shell table, but also a crab table, which is like one of the zodiac recipes. I made this first before I could ever get the shell table because it took me so long to get the shell table. So this was kind of like a thing that I put there until I got the shell table, but then I liked having both of them. I feel like even though it's a zodiac table, it's a crab, so it makes sense on the beach. I don't know if it makes sense to have two tables right next to each other that are different, but I like it for now. There's an ice cream stand, a grill, this thing to relax in. I have gyroids everywhere, and I also have a gyroid village that I'll be showing. Then we're going to go over to the beach right next to it, which is the playing beach, which makes sense because it's right next to our playground. I have a lot of sand writing everywhere, or sand art. This one says help from Gulliver. This beach has just a bunch of balls. There's not a lot of things that can fit into the playing theme, but we did our best. There's a gyroid back there, beach ball and volleyball net. There's, what is that called? Tic-tac-toe in the sand. And then it goes right into our playground area. The playground used to be a lot bigger when we started out, and I had to make it smaller because my mom doesn't really like the playground. And she kept saying that there's no kids on the island, but then we did have the kangaroo kid, but then they left. So the playground is only just this big now, just a corner. And then it goes over into the ice cream shop. And if you go around the ice cream shop, back on the pathway, we have the library, which is our biggest like outdoor made up space. This is the checkout counter, which you can really go behind. I had to put this plant here because there wasn't enough room to put another bookshelf, and it was annoying. Who's thinking up there? Agnes. Magazine rack, place to sit, go back books on a cart. This is like the art theme table because it has cartoon set and a painting set. This is the homework table. Then we have a private study room. It took me forever to get the right side of this chalkboard because it came in two sides, a left and a right, and I couldn't find the right forever. Then I eventually found this messy table because originally it was only this one study table in the study room, but I found the messy table and that was so cute. And then I put those books on it and a globe. And then that's it for the study table. Sadly, there's no exit out of the study room. So we have to go all the way out. Then we have a train set over here. Not much else going on in this area though. There could be something else that goes here eventually. Sometimes I just like come up with ideas like what I'm about to go into right now. This is the shopping area, but back here is a bank. I literally just made this the other day, and it was just like such a spontaneous thought that I had. It's very tiny. You can go behind the desk. Just a computer, an ATM, a safe, and a piggy bank. Nothing special, but you can tell that it's a bank. I really like it. So then back there, once we go farther down the path, is the clothing shop. So this whole area I consider to be the like shopping area. Sadly, the store, Nook's Cranny, is not in this area. The one thing I've never done on my island is move the buildings. I know that you can do that, but I've never done it because I just can't really think of spacing, and I can't think of like what to move where. But I do like it on islands when Nook's Cranny is right next to the clothing shop. But that's not the case on my island. But this is a whole shopping center of kind of like vendor looking stalls. Back here, oh, Agnes, what do you want? I can't, girl. Back here is a laundromat. This is one of like the most underrated parts of our island. I feel like it's super cute. There's a washer. Well, there's actually just 2 washers. Apparently it's really hard to find a dryer, but we don't need it because we hang our clothes up. There's some towel baskets, soap, seats to wait in, vending machines, ironing board, pile of clothes back here, more towels and tissues. Then you can see the clothing store is back here. If you go over this little bridge that leads to the Gyroid Village. Also, I just want to show that there's more stalls up here. And then back there is the Gyroid Village. There's no ramp to get up to it, so the villagers can't get up here. It's just for the gyroids. I made this by using doll houses, and I turned them around so that the doll houses are facing the front. If you turn them the other way, it's like you can see the, oh no, you can see the inside of the doll house. But I think it makes more sense to have it facing that way. This one has a tiny little car. Then back here there's a pond, there's mushroom theming, there's fencing so the gyroids don't fall off. And then you could just go back down. I would like to do something back here in this area, but I don't know what to do. I forgot to show the lighthouse. I'm gonna go back down to it before I forget again. Down the ramp, so back to like the space in between the playing beach and the food beach is a cliff, which also doesn't have a ramp, so no one can really get up here, to the lighthouse. This was like the first like big project we did on the island, and it's the reason, I think, the reason we got 5 stars. I never knew originally that you get these flowers when you get 5 stars. So when a flower bloomed up here after I created this whole cliff top, I was really confused, and I was like, where did those flowers come from if I didn't plant any there? And then I found out that that's the 5-star flower, and then I was like, is that why we got 5 stars? Because I made this whole thing. So it's the lighthouse, then it's like an area where you would sit, like someone's painting and having a lunch, having a picnic. There's a tourist and a telescope. Okay, back to the Gyroid Village, or that area. So back through the playground. We love this like chest setup here. And I made these waterfalls. These are the only waterfalls I made. All the other waterfalls were just already on the island. Then we go back. Oh, Secret Beach. Secret Beach is back here. Nothing actually special is going on the Secret Beach. There actually is no theme on the Secret Beach, except maybe kind of a pirate theme. I didn't know really what to do back here. I'd love to look into other people's secret beaches and see like what else I could be doing. But I feel like I love the themes that I have on the other beaches, so I feel like it's enough. All the other beaches are enough that the secret beach doesn't really have to do anything. Then we just have this cute circle pathway leading to another swing. And back behind these trees is Apple's house. She always had, I think she always had these because she was part of the 3 villagers that moved in that you would have to build them furniture, so I feel like that was this. Then this is Bettina's house, the mouse that just moved in, so I gave her, I liked how she had a yellow door and like warm tone kind of exterior, so I gave her this cute Nordic chair and an apple drink and a yellow lily pad table. If anyone ever wants to know details about what some of the items are, like what they're called, so you can look them up, just let me know in the comments. This is Lucy's house. No, I'm sorry, this is Tutu's house. This is Lucy's house. Tutu just has a table. I don't think any of the houses up here have fencing or like their own backyard. There wasn't much room for that. I try to keep the cliff top an all-girl neighborhood though. This is Lucy. She came with, well, I made her the bucket. And this table over here behind Lucy's house is just flowers. In front of Lucy's house is just flowers too. There's not much to do with this area, so I would like to, like, every time I have an open space, I'm like, I should put a picnic, but I have picnics in other places, so I don't want to have too many picnics just lying around. Then if you go down here, there's another bistro table. Then we have the bakery, which is probably the most well done area in our island. It's very like concise, uses the space well. So there's just seating here, couches here, the menu board, the bakery items, and yes, you can go behind the counters to be a worker. I really like that area. This is Elmer's house. Elmer's a lazy villager, so I feel like it makes sense that he has these spilled cookies here. Then we have a pond over here, and we have an underground juice bar. The reason I made this was because we have Elmer's house here and then another villager's house here, and there was this big open space in front of this villager's house, which right now is Cube's house, that if I put anything in between these houses, it was always going to block that person's house. So I thought of doing something underground, and underground juice bar just made sense. So we have those orange tables, a "We're Open" sign, colorful stools, and the peach chairs. This one's pulled back so you can actually sit in it, but the other one's not pulled back so you can't actually sit in it. That's why on the island in general, I prefer stools or like chairs that don't have sides so you can just walk right into them and sit on them. I hate when you have an idea of like a nice table and chair or anything, but then you can't actually fit into the chair unless you pull it out. I just find that annoying because obviously then the villagers will never sit in it. You can go behind these counters and you can be working at the juice bar. There's a blender. I also had this slushy machine. Originally I wanted to put like boxes of cherries or something because I've seen those in Nook's Cranny. But then I got this in a balloon, I think, or it was somewhere, I don't know. And I thought that that made sense in the juice bar as well. So and then we have a menu, just like the bakery. And this cute sign. The bakery has a sign too. This one says, I think it's just fresh juice. And the bakery says cafe, I think. Elmer's house again. Then behind is Cube's house. I've always had this pool here for the last like 3 villagers that have moved into this house. Usually when a villager moves in, I change their yard to match their personality or at least match the exterior of their house. But the pool has been well-fitting for pretty much everyone who lived in that house. Then we have the vegetable garden area. Oh, money. And in the back, well, we have rows of vegetables. In the back, we have a shed and mulch and this little greenhouse thing and a bucket of water. This thing turns on. There's the mulch, which apparently you can sit on. I saw someone sitting on it the other day, which leads me to believe you can put something on it as well. I don't know what I would put on it, but, and also this, okay, I can't get there, this thing, which I don't really know what it is, but it lights up at night, so it's really pretty. We have this wagon of fertilizer or mulch, this watering can, someone collecting vegetables, a scarecrow, vegetables, they're all fenced off. Then we can go down, and this is the fishing beach. So back here, I don't normally actually have this many fish bait lying around. I only have the ones that go onto the stall, but I just have a lot of extra made because I'm only missing 1 fish that I will be getting in November. So all the extra ones that I had, I just left them there for now. A lot of this other stuff is from the fishing tourney, but then if you go up to the other dock, not dock, the rocks, there is another, this beach is so long, there is another stall that would be like, you know, if you need fish bait, you come get some from the stall. This is also where Captain is, and this is my mom's house. Right now it has Halloween stuff. The outside of her house is so pretty. I'm really obsessed with her exterior. I tried to leave my exterior very similar to the way it was when I first moved in, but she changed hers all around and I really love it. She has a hammock, a grill, lights, she has all kinds of stuff. And then this area, behind my mom's house is where we wanted to keep it foresty, very natural, not much changes, let flowers grow as they grow. So it's a very long natural area that goes, ooh, balloon, that goes into the campsite. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to get that balloon over all these flowers, so I'll just wait a little bit. I love these log chairs, and I just made another one right across the river today because I needed to fill this space, and I made it in white. Then we have, oh, I love this flower toy that opens up. How cute. This is where I was talking about, where we have a picnic area. I also have heart pathways. Let's see how the balloon is. There we go. I won't leave you guys hanging. Let's see what it is. Oh, okay. Okay, moving on. Then there is a nice place to sit over here to have a tea party. There's one of these things that I made. Another picnic. Then we go into the campsite. Just have a fire in front of it. There's no campers today. And a little library. I have vegetables like around the campsite, even though the vegetable garden's right behind it, just in case the camper just wants to get a quick bite to eat. And that's why I have the little library as well for entertainment for hypothetical campers. There's this little tent. There's this thing. I really like these statues that go over the waterfall. Let me move over this way so you can see both of them. And then this goes into our next cranny area. There's not much going on behind it, but it does have games outside. Not games, but where you can get a toy. On the other side has a gumball machine and umbrellas if it's raining. And I have another one of these things tucked away. And then not much going on in this area. Just flower beds. And then this leads back to the area with the library. We could go over this way. And then we're back over here. Oh, but I can't fit because of the gyroids. And then this is the area in front of our museum. We have a lot of decorations outside that really shows what's inside the museum. Also a flower garden that has rainbow flowers. And then we're back at the beginning. Ellie's sleeping on her chair. And my house is back over here. On the whole island, we have the same bridges except for the one between me and my mom's house, and then the one behind resident services, because I like to think of those as like secret, like man-made bridges. Like this one is just for me and my mom to go back and forth to each other's houses. And then that's it. Back at this main area. If anyone has any questions about the details of how I made any of these areas, please let me know. I love to see more and more of island tours that are very simple yet effective designs for everyone that's not like as creative in the construction work and everything. I'll just walk around a little bit more for everyone to see the details of all the areas.